So this is a bog standard student bass that I bought from someone who seemed like they actually probably treated it really well. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm going to take this home, spray paint it, and generally kind of abuse it. So it's got a Shadow Rockabilly preamp on it and a Scholar magnetic pickup, just because feedback is great fun with these. So basically, you use a mag pickup, steel core strings, nylon wound, so it doesn't kill your fingers, but you also then don't have to worry about the effects of feedback. I'll one day I'll upgrade, but it's the sort of thing like with these basses, the acoustic properties of it don't matter at all. It's all, for what I do anyway, I just need it to like the mag pickup, the click sort of sound, just a little piezo pickup on the back of the neck. That's all that really matters. That's why it can be like a relatively cheap student bass, and it gets the job done. It was probably what it started with. I went to a gig at Garage 2016 maybe. That was Ailstorm, Lagerstein, and Rainbow Dragon Eyes. And this dude just did death metal vocals, screamy vocals over a Game Boy. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Hello, gorgeous. Hello. Hello.
So this is kind of part of how the setup works. So we use this little guy, which is called a Game Boy Interceptor. So basically this is an emulator on a chip. So it reads basically the instructions for this tier to generate an image. It's crazy that someone's like, the easiest way to do it was just to build a mini Game Boy on a cartridge and do that basically. So that's that. Swap this to the Game Boy 1.
I'll tell you, this room looks exactly like I expected it to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. But yes, this is LSDJ. So I heavily underutilize this is like a software, like, because I've got obviously do my weird sort of hybrid of like psychobilly chiptune. I don't try not to lean too hard into either sort of genre to kind of alienate the other sort of like fan base. Not a lot I'm really hitting. It's so like out there, but basically how it works is you got 4 channels, and then beyond that, so you got your wave channel. I use it, so the Game Boy is capable of playing like really short samples, so these kind of come preloaded on it. You get like sort of drum samples, so I just use pretty basic. So you make a lot of cool sort of like snare sounds for that, so like to do something like, and you can like go really into it and like change like your waveform. Using the NES for a song or two as well. Run into a weird issue I forgot about. So when the NES was made, so 1983 was this guy, which is the Family Computer, which was basically the Japanese version. This looks too much like a games console at the time, like the Atari, like it was the top loaders. They all failed and there was a bit of a crash in America. And they're like, how can we smuggle in game consoles? So the idea of the NES was it looks more like a VCR. And that's why it's got this really annoying sort of like front load thing like that. And it came bundled with like Rob the Robot, and it was like the way of like Trojan horsing it into houses, into homes, to be like, it's not a games console, it's like a toy thing. As well as all the software just looks so inaccessible. So we got that right on there. What fun is it? It's not that easy. And then I can put it onto the NA Pro, into the NES. And then, if we can find the right version. Oh, Binky, no. Binky, no. That's my life.
That was so dramatic. A common sound around here, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing with the NES, it's got a bit more of an advanced sort of sound chip, so you can make cool sounding stuff like this. At Castlevania.
Oh.
So it just opens up more possibilities in terms of sound stuff. Some like wildlife photography shit. So generally it'll start with figuring out kind of like some sort of drum beat. And then get the... So what I'll generally do is, so... And this one is kind of like each sort of phrase is like a chord. So B, G, D, A, E, G, D, E. And then kind of get that figured out. And then generally so start with guitar, get the chords, start getting lyrics and figure out how it's going to fit, figure out what sort of rhythm, and then I started double bass 4 years ago. It was one of those things I always wanted to play, and I was like, or I want to do psychobilly. It's like, oh, I'll find a double bassist. Never found a double bassist. 2011 was my first gig at Elm Academy. Playing, we did 1985. Paranoid, I'm pretty sure. We were pretty bad.
You ever thought about returning those songs to the 8-Bit Psycho set?
Probably not. She very much embodies the psycho aspect. It was an angry little girl. That's what the angry cat tattoo. She is as spiteful as ever. But yeah, it always started with the Game Boy, and then I was very much like a Nintendo kid growing up. And it's like, I don't know, there's something just so like nostalgic about just the sound of like a chiptune and like all the folk like gigs. Like, no, just sounds like my childhood. It's like, yeah, it's like a very angry version of your childhood. Very dark, but yeah. He's just smart. Yeah, so the debut album Sick of It is out now. It came out on the Friday the 13th of October, and get it on Spotify, any gigs, and soon I'll be selling it online again as well.